Happy Monday and welcome to Ozarks Live. Tom and I are out here in Kimberling City to kick off the week, and we're joined now by our friend Carl. Carl, thanks so much for having us out here at the brand new Kimberling Crossing. This is a kind of a new development you guys are working on, and also today's show is sponsored by MRG Group Management. So Carl, Kimberling Crossing, big project you guys have taken under, and you've really done so much out here. So before we really get into the weeds of it throughout this hour, kind of tell us, what's the origin story? Kind of how did you spot out this place? Where did this all begin for you all?
Well, for those who live in Springfield, they're probably familiar. Kimberling, the former name was Kimberling Inn. It's been a long-standing property, kind of an icon of Kimberling City for a long time here on the lake. And our company and the founders of that company have a lot of connection to this area, this community. I live in Stone County. Just across the bridge is another development that we just got done doing. And so we've had our eye on this property for some time. And the stars aligned, and we were able to connect with the current owner. And we were able to purchase it not too long ago. We had completed our purchase this past March.
Wow.
And so we were excited.
Yeah, and to give people an idea, because you mentioned it, but right behind us is the Kimberling City Bridge there, so people know the general area that you're talking about right away. How is this going to be different than, I mean, we have developments all around the lakes area. How is this going to be different?
It's different because it's truly a lake resort. You know, you see down in Branson a lot of different stuff being built, condos and whatnot, but a lot of them tend to be landlocked or not a lot of amenities. So this particular development will utilize what is, in my opinion, the best feature of the area, Table Rock Lake.
Yeah.
So that's what's different about this one.
Yeah, that's really kind of the star of the show here, if you will, Table Rock Lake. Now, all right, we have to get into this. There's a lot happening out here, like I said, and one of the big things you're kind of working on is this new venue concept. So I know we can't get into all the details, but why don't you tease for us a little bit kind of what you guys have going with that?
Sure. It won't be this coming season because we just closed on it, but next season, next summer, we have anticipating a live music type of event, outdoor seating, that kind of stuff. But we'll incorporate some things into it that will be able to extend the normal lake season. You know, typically in a lake season, you have your 1st of June to end of August season. Right. So what we're trying to do with this particular venue is create a lake environment, but extend that season to, you know, somewhere early April all the way to late, you know, mid-November. Mm-hmm. And so we're putting together several concepts right now that will utilize what has been a historically neat property, but incorporate what everyone loves about the lake environment, but again, extend that season from beyond just the 90-day season there.
Yeah, and I don't mean to jump a gun or anything like this, but this is this kind of an opportunity for investment property, that sort of thing, right in this development?
Yeah, so what I think in terms of investment in this particular property alone, maybe not, but what I do think this property will do as we develop it, it will spur a lot of development. We have, we were just talking about this not too long ago, Kimberling City, at one time, and if those who may be watching may be familiar with what Kimberling City was in the late 70s, early 80s, had a lot more vibrance and that kind of thing. And so we think that this, with its location and kind of its central point in Kimberling City, as we develop this out, we think that will spur a lot of investment and other people into the area.
Helping the community grow, which is what investment is about.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, which is important. Now with this building to the left of us here, this former kind of Kimberling Inn building that everyone knows and loves, this will be that new venue space we kind of talked about. But is there anything coming soon as far as, like, I know we talked about a restaurant.
Yes, so that we have identified an operator. But we will have a restaurant within probably about less than 90 days. We'll have a restaurant operating here. New restaurant, new equipment, new space, completely remodeled. As a matter of fact, we just about 2-3 weeks ago, we just got finished completely gutting the interior, and we're now in the process of remodeling that now.
So this is something that people are going to be seeing throughout, like the tourism season in Kimberling.
Oh yes.
Just the growth and the growth of the whole idea here.
Yes, with the exception of what I just said about the plans for the new venue next summer.
Right.
With the exception of that, everything is going to be geared up and ready for this lake season, whether it be the restaurant or the resort itself down here. We're completely redoing it, re-siding, repainting, redoing the amenity core, all that kind of stuff. So that's going to happen in the next 60 to 90 days.
Yeah, which is incredible. And something else I want to clarify. So obviously, like, there will be people kind of residing behind here in these condos, but will the restaurant be open to the public as well?
Yes, it will.
Okay, perfect. So what else can you tell us about what's coming out here? Because like I said, there's a lot of good stuff happening.
Yeah, so for those familiar with it, it's a long-time resort. We converted that resort into condominiums, so we took that resort and then sold it off. The existing condominiums, we sold that to the general public. A lot of Springfield buyers bought their condos. They're going to be using those condos, whether it be for nightly rental or their own lake house. A lot of them decided that, hey, we live in Springfield, but we want to come down, we want to be able to visit the lake, so they'll have their own lake condo. And so they bought up that portion, and that portion of the development is what we've sold through and what we're currently remodeling now.
But I mean, that kind of shows the value of what you're doing out here, because that's sold in a relatively quick time, as I've heard. To do that, people know this is a great place to be. This is a great place to invest, as we were talking just a little bit ago. If you sell it out that quickly, you're doing something right here, is what it seems. You've made the right choices.
That's right. Well, it tells you what the population thinks about this particular resort. I think we sold that out in about between 60 and 90 days. So it tells you what we thought to be true, and that this particular resort's a neat icon of the area. People want to be here, they want to be on the lake, and they want to be able at a price that they can afford. And so that's something that was very unique with this resort.
Yeah, the affordability is really important. And I did get the chance to check out some of the condos with you a few weeks ago, so we'll be showing that later in the show. But, you know, Carl, maybe someone hasn't really come out to Kimberling City much, or they really don't know anything about it at all. Why would you encourage them to just get out here and check out everything that's going on?
Well, if you think about the demographic that might be watching this, a lot of Table Rock, you might be not immediately accessible, or they may, you know, if they go down to Branson, that part of the lake is very busy. It tends to be a little bit busier and that stuff. But one of the unique appeals to this particular area on Table Rock Lake is your Springfield viewer. It's easy to get to. It's direct, you know, drive straight down. You can be in the lake in 30 minutes. And it's a part of the lake that's not overused. It's very well protected. And we believe, obviously, it's kind of going through, this area is now starting to go through a renaissance and a revitalization. And so that's the appeal that I think they'll get. You know, a lot of people will complain about, oh, I don't feel like going through Branson traffic and fighting all that kind of stuff, or going to the Table Rock Marina. And not that that's a bad place, but this part of the lake we think is underserved and underutilized.
All the amenities without the same kind of hassle.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Okay, I know we're going to be talking about things a lot more as we go through the hour, so in just a bit, Ozarks Live will be back from Kimberling City. Don't go away.